Welcome everyone. This is Extinguisher 10, and today we are starting our first ever franchise on MLB The Show 18. We're going to be using the Seattle Mariners. I downloaded the OSFM roster, I think it was version 2, is the newest one that I saw. Anyway, we're going to be using current or live? Shoot, I think we want current. Yeah, we'll find out. Going to be doing the Mariners. Advance. Let's see here. I'm going to turn GM contracts off. I don't want to have to fear losing. This might be a bit of a long franchise, and it might be a little bit of a rebuild here, but no fantasy draft, allow free agents, no CPU roster control, no. When on enabled team. Yeah, we'll leave that on. We'll do that. Force trades off. Auto. Perfect. Let's go. And we're going to start off with manual with everything. We can always change it as we go. We're going to start in spring training. And here we are. And I think we're going to start off by, well, let's look over the roster real quick. Roster, here we go. So, whoops. There we are. And we'll just go position by position. So, our ace here, James Paxton, 29 years old, 87 overall. Felix Hernandez, 31 and 80. Mike Leake. Hisashi Iwakuma, the old teddy bear there. Erasmo Ramirez, Marco Gonzalez, Ariel Miranda, Christian Bergman, Andrew Moore, Max Povas, I don't know, Oliver Jackie, Sam Carlson, and the rest. Looks like the minor league system's pretty devoid of talent. I mean, from here down, it's all C's and D's. Got a few guys with some B potential down here, all 24 or younger, so that's encouraging. And yeah, not so good right there with some C's and a D again. But hey, you got Erasmo there with a B, although he's 27, he's probably just about capped out. And Mr. Kuma Bear there, he's going to be going downhill pretty quick. All right, let's check out the relievers. Nick Vincent, Juan Narasco, David Phillips, Dan Altavilla, Wade LeBlanc. We've got some, oh, that's right, they traded for Aroenis Elias, as I believe he said it. Everyone around here seems to say Elias, and that's not remotely close. Although it does look like Elias, but I've heard him say his name. It's Elias. Unless he's saying it wrong. We got ourselves a nice little Wyatt Mills down here. He might turn into something, although at 53, that's going to take some time. Yeah, he's Jason Bradford. There you go, Art Warren. So, yes, not a whole lot of talent in the bullpen. Got a couple of decent guys. Dan Altavilla might turn into something. Otherwise, you got just some journeymen. Closer Edwin Diaz, he'll definitely be the star of the staff. And not a whole lot behind him. Catcher Mike Zunino, he's all right. And there again, not really anybody worth a while. Ryan Healy, he's going to be someone we're going to be working to build up. 76 overall, A potential. Only 26 years old. Cameron Perkins and Dan Vogelbach. bookend on age there, 27 and 25 at B potential. They're probably not going to make the big club at any point, and if they do, it's going to be at a limited role. Hopefully we can build them up so we've got some value for trade pieces. Robinson Cano, he is 86 and going downhill fast at 35 years old. And really no one worthwhile down here. Kyle Seager, all-star third baseman. He's going to be solid, but nothing special, just a solid major league starter. And not a whole lot of anything. Eventually Joe Rizzo might turn into something, maybe, but that's going to be a while from now. Gene Segura, good solid shortstop. Behind him, not a whole lot. You got Taylor Motter, B potential, but 28 years old. I don't know how much more he's going to progress. Mitch Hanger, oh, that's interesting. It's listing him as a left fielder. I know he's a right fielder, so we'll have to move him over. B potential, 27 years old. Hopefully he'll progress. Cross our fingers. Same with Ben Gamel. He's a couple years younger, but several overall lower, so they'll probably cap out around the same area. And then not a whole lot behind them. D. Gordon, all-star center fielder. Well, not as a center fielder, but hopefully he'll be one for them again. So he'll be a good starter and leadoff man. Guillermo Heredia, B overall, but 27 years old, not a high overall, B potential. He'll hopefully progress into a really good fourth outfielder for us. And not a whole lot here other than Kyle Lewis, and there again, really low overall but young, B potential. There's just not a whole lot on this roster here. In right field, we've got we've got Nelson Cruz here, 37 years old, 88 overall. He's quite the slugger, but other than that, he's going to be going downhill real quick. The journeyman Jason Worth, and not a whole lot other than the 18-year-old, 57 overall B potential Julio Rodriguez. Hopefully he can turn into a player we can use. All right, so that is the organization. The Major League roster is okay, but after that, the minor league system is completely devoid. And the Major League roster, it's okay. It might win you 85 games, but it's not going to win you the playoffs. So we're going to get a little worse before we get better. And at this point, I think I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to try and make some trades. With this first trade, we are trading away Hisashi Iwakuma, Mr. Kuma Bear. I'm going to miss saying that. And Gianfranco Wowio or Wow, I don't know. Anyway, that guy, low-level minor league prospect with very low potential. For JB Bukasas or Bukas, whatever. Anyway, that guy. Starting pitcher, 21 years old, B potential, 60 overall. He's probably looking like, I'm thinking about 3 years out before we see him, but we are definitely trading for the future. Hisashi Iwakuma, currently he's in the minor league, still rehabbing his arm, so he's, versus what's really happening in real life, it's not going to be too much different. Either way, he's not seeing the big club. Looks like we've got our first trade going down. Acquiring MJ Melendez and Sam Selman for David Phelps, Gordon Beckham, and Zach Vinjige. Zach. David Phelps and MJ Melendez are definitely the two key pieces in this. We're picking up a very young left-handed hitting catcher with B potential and giving up a halfway decent reliever in the last year of his contract. So hopefully Mr. Melendez will turn into a nice piece to rotate with Mike Zunino. This next one may anger some Mariners fans, but I think it's a necessary thing that we've got to do. In this game, you get such incredible regression with the older players, and with Robinson Cano being 35, and so many, looks like 6 years left on his contract, and the money's just going up. We are going to be unloading Robinson Cano to the Orioles for their top pitching prospect, Hunter Harvey, also Gabriel Ynoa, and also Mark Trumbo. Next up, we've got Raul Mondesi Jr. and Yunior Marte, who we're acquiring from the Royals for Eric Godell, Gabriel Ynoa, who we just acquired, and utility man Taylor Motter. Now we are trading reliever Mark Ruzhevsky, depth starting pitcher Christian Bergman, and depth catcher Joseph Odom for one of the best-looking young relievers in all the minor leagues, the young prospects anyway, Julian Fernandez, 99 velocity. This guy is a flamethrower. And also prospect Ryan Howard. Now we're looking at unloading Anthony Jimenez, 22-year-old 63 overall right fielder, and Sam Selman, 27-year-old 50 overall relief pitcher, both with C potential, for another flame-throwing hot prospect, 22-year-old 60 overall Brad Keller, 95 velocity. We're going to have some real heat in the pen in a couple of years. Now trading with the Royals, we are giving up first baseman Cameron Perkins, 27 years old, B potential, 64 overall. Max Poves, starting pitcher, 24 years old, B potential, 63 overall. And Steve Paralakis for catcher Mabriz Valoria, 21 years old, B potential, 63 overall. Starting pitcher Foster Griffin, 22 years old, B potential, 61 overall. And I don't see him on the list. Where'd he go? I'm sure he probably... Oh, there she is. And 21-year-old B potential, 62 overall, Scott Blewett. It may seem like a relatively minor swap of minor leaguers, but it's a good move for the future. The potential is pretty similar, but every single one of the guys we just gave up, with the exception of the relief pitcher Steve Pericles, are all in the last year of their contract, and Steve is the worst guy in the organization, so he can definitely go. And we're getting guys with fresh contracts. So we're dumping a little bit of salary and getting a lot more years to develop these youngsters. Interesting. It is not wanting me to do this. Interesting. It will not let us trade this. I guess we'll have to figure out what's wrong. Well, I'm not sure what that was, but we're kind of rearranged a trade. It kind of looked like they were just having nothing to do with trading that catcher. So we removed him and added in Khalil Lee. And it looks like they might still be interested with the deal, except I can just have Cameron Perkins alone. Let's give it a shot. And it went through. Going after the catcher Mabrys Valoria one more time. I think we've got it worked out here. The prize that we're giving up is Mike Morin. Otherwise, it's just low-level minor league prospects, and we're also getting one back. Last but certainly not least, with this being the last year Nelson Cruz's contract, and him aging very rapidly and being expensive, we're going to be trading him to the San Diego Padres along with 2 minor league prospects for third baseman Hudson Potts, 19 years old, B potential, 56 overall. And the crown jewel of the trade, Adrian Morjon, 19 years old, A potential, 59 overall. He's looking like a future ace. And also Logan Allen, 20 years old, B potential, 59 years old. He'll eventually make it into the rotation also. So after doing a near complete turnover in the minor league system, I ended up trading off not any player, but any player I didn't plan on re-signing who was in the last year of their contract. And trying to get players who are younger and have higher potential, even if their overall is lower. So the minor league system is now full of talent, even if it's not currently as talented, a lot more potential, let's say. So a lot of these trades involved us giving up 2 or 3 guys and receiving only 1 or 2. So we need to make sure that the players aren't playing at too high of a level. I don't need anyone who's, say, supposed to be in AA playing AAA or on the major league roster when they should be in AAA. So we're going to make a few free agency signings and keep everyone where they're supposed to be at. Here in the search, I went and just did a search for players 18 to 28 and made sure that they're free agents with a minimum of 60 overall and a potential of 80 or higher. And we got these guys. So I'm definitely, in fact, I think we traded for Michael Yanoa and then traded him away, so he must have got released or something. And I'm kind of interested in bringing him back now. And let's see what he wants. So he's already pretty interested. What roles do we have? He might not make the rotation, and I don't want to guarantee it. So depth is good. 5 years, 4 million. That's kind of more than what I was looking for. Let's bring that down to 4. And actually, it says he's looking for $860,000 a year. Oh, I see. Never mind. So the salary is total. So that is perfectly reasonable. I think I'll go with that. And how's our salary looking? Cash flow's good. Max offer before, after. Yeah, I think we're looking all right. So let's do that. That's about what I'm looking for in a contract. Deal done. Perfect. All right. Oh, darn. We have to reset this. All right. So 28. And free agent, yes. Doing 80. I think that's what I was looking for. Uh-oh. What am I missing? Well, I saw these guys anyway, so whoops. Oh, we definitely need bullpen help, so we'll just we'll sign both these guys. Five years, I'm good with that. Let's see if we can drop these guys down a little bit. Oh, interest dropped quite a bit. Bullpen, yes, he's definitely good enough to make our bullpen, so I think I'll keep that. And depth, closer, bullpen. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. Let's see if he likes the offer. Increase the salary and we continue these negotiations. Okay, let's try this. I think he wanted 3.4. We'll try that. How's that sound? I think I'm more... All right, you're not going to really take any less, are you? All right, look, just barely under. Perfect. All right, so it looks like these guys don't have a lot of budge to them. Get back in there. Oh, that's right in the potential. Oh, that's what it was. There we are. All right, so B potential, B potential, A potential. 27, definitely going to sign you too. $16/5, 3.2 mil a year. Let's do it. Let's just go for it, not even modify it. Done. Da 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 da. Do we need anyone else? Actually, you know what? For now, let's hold off and let's check out the roster first. See how it's looking. Yeah, so these guys right here, I want to definitely not push them. We've got, well, 6 starting pitchers on the Major League roster. Maybe one will go in the bullpen. Probably Marco Gonzalez. After that'll probably work. Actually, how's the AAA roster looking? Quite a few decent starting pitchers, although, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd probably bump one of these guys down to AA. That way they can flourish. In fact, I almost want one more, or two more. So all the guys who are 62 overall are down in AAA, or AA. And then let these guys figure it out in AAA. And we'll figure it out. So other than that, oh, there's more of these guys here in AAA. I definitely want to send you down. AA is going to be pretty loaded. We can always send them down to single A too. I'll do that. Yeah, you're definitely going to be on the Major League roster. How about some of these younger guys, though? Do I want to develop them or just ride them out? Actually, we're going to have quite a bit. Yeah, we might not have to sign a starter. We might just send maybe Marco down to develop. Or maybe, might send him down just so he can progress. It looks like not a lot of depth in AA or single A, so we'll definitely have to bump some of these guys down. But it looks like everyone's in the majors or AAA, so we'll probably be able to balance this out. I could use another closer, but whatever. It's what other relievers are for. Catcher, here we go. Let's just do some moving right now. He's already on the 40-man. I don't want to bump him off. So I guess we'll leave him like that, have him be in AAA. And then he can be in AAA, and I will drop you down. He can be the AA starter. And these guys are just filler, really. In fact, he'll be the backup down there in AAA. He'll be the starter. Kind of almost want to drop him down so he can flourish. We'll start with it like this and kind of see how it goes. In fact, we'll just how are we going to do this? We'll look at it later. Check out the first baseman. Looks like we got one for every level. Oh, but 59, no, that AAA might be a stretch, but we'll start him there. He's already there. I should probably drop him down to single A. There we go, one for each. We are definitely lacking in second baseman. In fact, we don't have one on the Major League roster. In fact, let's just go right now and go sign one. Considering there wasn't anyone who looked like they were worth their darn as far as potential and reasonably young, yeah, we might as well just sign the best guy on the board and have him be the starter. Let's set the expectations low, see if we can sign him for this. Alright, they're not going to budge on the salary. Let's see if we can do it with just bumping down the roll. I've given your offer some thought and I've decided to accept. Alright, so he's in there as depth, so we could, if he ends up playing in AAA at any point, then that'll be fine anyway. Back over here to roster. There we go. He's already in the majors. And yeah, we might just have someone else play second base. See if there's some depth over at short or third that'll play there. Oh yeah, lots of third basemen, lots of shortstops. Any with higher overalls though? Let's kind of sort them out and see how they do. Let's see. Yeah, too many guys there. So yeah, we'll leave you at AAA. And yeah, you should be in AAA too. And 55 and 58. Let's see, either of you. Oh yeah, you play all over the infield. You don't. You play second, and you play second. So 3 of the 4 guys can play second base. So 1 starter at second, 1 starter at third, 1 at second, and I guess 1 to be utility man. So we'll just, you're both in AAA, move you to AAA. Yes. All right. So we'll sort that out with the lineups later. Move you to AA. I guess we'll have you be in AA also. And drop you down to Class A and you to Class A. So there we go. And then you can go to AA. And these 2 have pretty low overalls. Let's move them both to Class A. Get them down there against some pretty low competition. Let them see if they can grow. And we'll have to adjust as the season goes along anyway. So, yep, Ben Gamel, he's our starter. 64. Yeah, you're going to be in AAA. And sure, you can be in AA. 26, he might be... I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's probably not going to progress. Well, yeah, we'll see. I'll come back to that. Alrighty, I kind of want to put him down as the AAA starter. Boy, do we have a lot of center fielders. Yeah, we're just going to drop you down to Class A. Make that easy. Let's come back. Trumbo, yeah, he's going to be the DH. I might... Oh, he's not on the 40-man. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't want to move someone to the 40 and then not want to have him there later. Then, yeah, we can have you at the AAA. Single A, that works. Bump you to double. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. We can move it around if needed. Perfect. Well, I'll come back in a little bit. This might take a little time to smooth it out, and I'll show you what we have for the lineups. Finally done with all of our off-season moves. If we check out our budget, looks like we're plus 1.44 million a week. So we're going to be putting some money away to be spending on some free agents in the future while we currently develop our newly acquired, talented, young players. Just going quickly over the roster here. Guess we'll start with our starting pitchers. James Paxton, Felix Hernandez, Mike Leach, Erasmo Ramirez, and Marco Gonzalez rounding out the Major League rotation. Michael Yanoa, who we signed not that long ago, will be the ace of the AAA staff. He's got that B potential. Hopefully he'll develop into a decent starter. Whoops. Hit a button there. Where'd we go? There we are. And yeah, hopefully a year down in AAA will really get that overall up so he can join the team next year. We've also got Ryan Borky, Andrew Moore, and a top 50 prospect, Hunter Harvey, rounding out the AAA rotation. So we've got Oh, never mind, I'm missing one. There we are. And these guys will hopefully develop into some pretty good starters in the future. Taylor here being the only one not being a B potential or better. Down here in AA, we've got Scott Blewett, Oliver Jaski, Sam Carlson, Matt Festa, and Foster Griffin here, all with B potential. Hopefully in some years down the road will develop into something special. And our single A pitchers, they're all pretty young except for this guy right here. He's probably not going to turn into anything, but Adrian Morhan here. Is that how you say that, Morhan? Whatever. Hopefully, he's got some time, but hopefully he'll turn into something special. Relievers, they're the relievers. Got quite a few on the Major League roster, varying skill sets and potential, all kind of around the same age, anywhere from, well, it looks like from as young as 25 to as old as 33. So they're all pretty much in the prime of the career, or just coming into it, or just leaving it. AAA roster. Everyone's around 22 to 24 years old, mostly B potential, with the exception of Mr. Castellanos here. AA, we got really just about the only one we have here worth looking at is Julian Fernandez. He's got some time. And really just Wyatt Mills down here is about the only noteworthy person in single A. Although Junior Marte, 22 years old, he could maybe potentially do something, although he's probably going to cap out at AAA. Closer, of course, Edwin Diaz. And we don't have a AAA closer, but we do have Darren Giles and Ryan Burr for double and single A. Catcher Mike Zunino and David Freitas for the Major League roster. Chris Herman and Mabrice Valoria for the AAA roster. Hopefully Mr. Valoria is going to really develop. See some potential with him. And, I see why I did that. We've got MJ Melendez. I've got him down in single A just so that way he can just have one really good year of just raking before I call him up to AA and then hopefully AAA and the majors. And then the AA guys, they're kind of play stops. Ryan Healy, quite a bit of potential over there at first base on the Major League roster. Luis Diaz and Joey Curletta for AAA. AA, you've got Nick Bascos. And we've got some hopes here with Gavin Sheets. Hopefully he turns into something someday. And same with Mr. Diaz. Brandon Phillips, we signed out of free agency. He'll be holding down the fort for a year or two over there at second base. Don't have a whole lot here as far as second base prospects. Maybe Bison Brigman someday. Kyle Seager holding down the fort over here at third base. And we've got kind of a couple of placeholders here in AAA. AA, we've got some good potential going on. Same with Jake Berger here in single A. Gene Segura, former All-Star shortstop for the Major League roster. Junior Escobar, he'll be a utility infielder for us. Got some real good hopes for Logan Warmoth here. Hopefully he'll be able to make the Major League roster in a couple years. Same with Willie Franco. Probably more time than just a couple years, probably more like 4 or 5, but we're really hoping he'll do something down there in AA. And then 19-year-old Wander Javier. Hopefully he's got some time ahead of him before he can do anything. Ben Gamel, left field. And not a whole lot of potential over here in left field behind Ben Gamel on the roster. Center field, we are loaded. D. Gordon at the Major League roster. I bumped down Guillermo Heredia to AAA, hoping that he can get some time to really rake the ball before I call him up next year and be a productive part of this team. Not a whole lot of potential other than him at center field on the AAA roster. AA, though, we've got Cole Brennan. Got some good hopes for him. And down there in Single A, Khalil Lee and Kyle Lewis, both of those have some real potential too. On the Major League roster, we've got 3 right fielders, although Mark Trumbo is really more of a first baseman. But yeah, we've got Mitch Hanger, starting outfielder, Mark Trumbo, our DH, and our kind of backup outfielder, Jason Worth. Neuenhouse here. He'll be holding down the fort in AAA. We don't really have any hopes for him. He's just making it so the gentlemen down here don't have to get forced up too early. And then, yeah, AA, there's Eric Fleela. He might someday turn into a bench player at best. But one of the one of the prizes of the organization here, Julio Rodriguez down here in Single A. He's got a lot of time ahead of him, but I think he's going to turn into something special. And that's our roster. And I think, let's see, we went over the budget, we went over the roster. Here's our lineup. This will be our regular lineup. D. Gordon, Gene Segura, Mitch Hanger, Kyle Seager, Mark Trumbo, Brandon Phillips, Ryan Healy, Mike Zunino, and finally rounding out playing left field, Ben Gamble. And yeah, let's jump into a game. All right, being this is spring training, we're just going to quick manage one just to kind of get through one. And let's go. Seattle didn't produce anything that first half. Giving up 4 runs. James Paxton getting lit up. Let's see if the Mariners can come back. Nothing again. Paxton got through that inning. Mariners still not producing any runs. 3 more runs. I don't know how much longer Paxton's going to last, but let's see if the Mariners can get any offense going here in the 4th. Nothing. How's Paxton doing? Let's give him 1 more inning, see if he can last through this. He held out. Any runs. Mariners are just getting shut out. All right, let's see if Paxton can get us 5, and then we'll go to the bullpen. He got us the 5. Mariners finally getting 3 runs on the board, and we are going to the pen. We are going to Wade LeBlanc, who shuts them down. Mariners no offense. Wade LeBlanc shuts them down again. Mariners still not scoring. Wade LeBlanc is doing good and holds them again. All right, Mariners last chance. Let's forget it. Let's jump in. Enter game. Would you like to enter game? Yes.
Now pitching for the Padres, number 53.
Here we are, Mark Trumbo. See what we can do here.
Here's Mark Trumbo now.
First baseman, Mark Trumbo.
Oh, right at the center fielder.
Margot has to roam straight back, but he
Gave it a good ride, though.
The second baseman, number 4.
Here's Brandon Phillips. Fly ball out to right
Did he hit the gap? Did he hit the gap?
On the move.
Nope.
And he tracks it down. A nice running play.
Mariners down to their last out.
Here now is Mike Zunino. Swing and a hot shot
ripped down the line.
And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner.
Easy stand-up double.
And the throw in gets away from him. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
I think I'm going to have to change the presentation. I can tell this is Gamble. Oh, I should have taken that.
First baseline. That winds up foul.
Need a little more presentation, though.
Here comes the 0-1.
There we go.
Back up the
Right
box,
up the middle.
and it'll get through.
He's scoring.
Into center field, a base hit. The throw home.
Going home.
And they're
Easy
not
score.
going to get him as he's in there to score.
3-run game.
Brad Hand takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Wade LeBlanc. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Padres.
Oh, look at that.
Number 52. Brad.
I did not realize this was... Oh, that's right. We're playing the Padres. All right, let's bring in Ryan Healy.
Ryan Healy will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Against the left-handed pitcher.
Swung on and hit pretty well.
It's
out to
far.
deep left
It's
field.
deep.
Asuaje
Uh-oh.
looks up.
Did he make it?
See
Home
you
run.
later. Over the wall, a home run.
Ryan Healy coming off the bench, making it a 1-run game.
Fielder number 9. D. Gordon.
All right,
Here's
D. Gordon.
now.
Oh,
Swings
and that's
and
game.
sends it in the air to right
Oh,
center field.
it might drop. It might drop.
Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Never
Game
mind.
is still going on.
The ump says it was a trap.
Shortstop. Gene Segura.
Gene Segura standing in.
He's taking the base.
That's a
D.
strike
Gordon's
to
got
throw
it.
down.
Easy
It's gonna
money.
be far too late. That's a stolen base.
No force.
On the ground.
Gene
towards the
Segura.
hole, and it's through. A
Can
base
D.
hit.
Gordon score?
Gordon
Oh, no,
rounds
no, no,
third
no,
and
back.
is striding for home.
I hit it too late.
Will hold that possible tying run at
All right,
third.
runners at the
Even with
corners.
2 away, they
Mitch
decide
Hanger.
to put the stop sign on. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger.
Oh, right at the left fielder, and that's
But
game.
This is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was
Mariners
hit
fought
hard,
fought
but
back
the ball
valiantly,
game
but
is
too little,
over.
too late.
So the lineup really helped carry them to victory.
Well, it was fun. Let's get over to... Let's just forget this and get on over to the regular season. There we go. Sim through spring training. How are we doing here? 6-4. Oh, there's a losing streak. Spring training has come to an end. We're 500. Hopefully we can improve on that during the regular season. That'll do it for the first episode of the Seattle Mariners franchise series. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Comments, questions, go ahead and hit me down in the comment section below. In the next episode, we'll be playing the first game of the regular season. But until then, this is Extinguisher 10 signing out. Have a great rest of your day.